What is it? It's 3:29. Okay, now it's 3:30. Good afternoon to you. First warning meteorologist Eric Burr is here with you for Coffee Talk, the afternoon update. Looks like the world is coming to an end outside of the West 2 studios. The storms are rolling into central Florida, and you don't have to take my word for it. Let me take you to the very tippy top of our first warning live Doppler radar tower. That's a shot from our tower cam looking up to Altamont Springs. Definitely some downpour action moving into the area. So good times. If you're driving, just don't drive like a moron. Take it easy. Here's downtown Orlando. The rains are falling. Yeah, the line of storms is moving into Central Florida. Let's take another vantage point. There's downtown Orlando. How's the tourist district looking? Any better? Maybe. Nope. Pretty much. That's pretty much the story. So, big surprise. Yeah, we've got storms moving in. Let's get right over to our first warning live Doppler radar and see what's doing. There's your line of storms. The good news is it's not severe, but I mean, there's some good downpour action, right? Here's a look at the heavy stuff. You can see it moving right over our first warning live Doppler radar tower. So let's just zoom in here, okay? First off, around the tourist district, raining, pouring. The tourists ain't snoring. They're trying to find some shelter from Walt Disney World through. It's dryish at the moment around SeaWorld, but it won't be for long. That downpour action moving up very, very quickly, right? All right, further to the north, Dr. Phillips, that's Universal Studios, pouring down rain, downtown Orlando, raining cats and dogs, lightening up a little bit in Ocoee, back over to Gotha, Fairview Shores, looking good if you like heavy rain. Looks like it's dry at my house for now. Outflow boundary there, but it'll be pouring soon. Winter Park, Maitland, Altamont Springs, it'll be pouring. Oh, I can hear it pouring here at Wesh right now. Wekiva Springs, it's pouring up through about Lake Mary. There's Markham Woods, Heathrow. It's raining in Sanford, my friends. I know you see those dark skies in the distance. Same thing up here into West Volusia, Orange City, DeLand. That line of rain is moving in. DeLeon Springs, that line of rain is moving in. Let me widen the perspective out. So we know that there's a pretty good amount of rain, okay? It's not severe, but I mean, it's pouring here at the station. Part of me wants to take you over to the live truck bay and show you the heavy rain, but you know what heavy rain looks like. So it's more beneficial to just look at the radar. So there's the line of rain moving in. You see how that very last frame, it kind of fades out? That's because we have a C-band radar, we suffer from attenuation. Now, if I was manipulating the radar, I could work it up and then work it back down, but it's just a quick hit of rain, so we're just going to have a little bit of attenuation. Or it's called rain fade for the scientists in the room, for those of you that are curious about that. But let's track this as it's moving off to the east at a fairly decent clip, about 25, 26 miles an hour. So based on that, okay, 25 miles an hour. I'm going to just hit the last frame. It's not that it's weakening. It's just that rain fade. All right. I'll put a storm track on this, and I'm going to make it go all the way to the beach. So when does the heavy rain move into your neighborhood? All right, there you go. Orlando now. Bithlo 414, Daytona Beach 433, Titusville 457, Rockledge at 521, Melbourne at 547, and 555 getting over to Palm Bay. It is pouring outside. Getting louder and louder too. I love it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It's just another piece of energy coming in from that storm system that's just north of us. That thing is just throwing waves and waves of rain. Ella says it's raining around the WMOR area. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see another wave of rain coming in. Let me come over back to the live radar network, and let's just switch over to the Tampa radar. Yeah, look at that. Another band of heavy stuff coming in out that direction. So good times. All right, so what's ahead for us, right? So we're watching these temperatures cooling down, like 89 in Orlando. The downpour will certainly help to drop the temperatures, but there's enough instability that we've got some heavy stuff around. In terms of the forecast tonight, cloudy skies, some showers and thunder showers. Little by little, we'll be clearing that out. Let's take a look at Futurecast, just kind of get an idea of where we're at. Dial that up. All right. So here we are. Futurecast do a pretty good job, you ask me. That next wave of activity coming in through this afternoon and evening, but fading. But you can see Futurecast still trying to dial in some showers. So we'll have a little bit of rain around through this evening. But, this is kind of it. And then look at what happens tonight. 10, 11. Do we have another wave of rain moving in? Looks like we very well may be. Then for tomorrow, another opportunity for strong storms. Look at the forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. Tomorrow, another level 1 risk of strong to severe storms. And then hopefully by Friday, we'll start to clear this out. Hello, everybody. So here's our 7-day forecast, okay? We've got 60% coverage of rain today. Yup, confirmed. Staying stormy for your Thursday, Friday. By Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's when it looks like we'll be finally getting back to normal. Finally. Yeah, Debbie, attenuation. It's rain fade. It's just basically, so the National Weather Service's radar uses S-band. S-band is able to penetrate the water. Think about it like this. There's only so much power coming out of the radar. So when you get an incredible downpour right at the radar, it can't see through it as well as a clear sky. S-band frequency doesn't attenuate or doesn't fade as much. But it's kind of like the old DirecTV dishes. When rain would come in, you'd lose your video signal. That's kind of the same thing that's happening. It's just what it is. There's only so many licenses that are given for S-band Doppler radars. Our radar was put up in '96. They just started allowing private entities to even use S-band radars a couple of years ago, and it is significantly more expensive. And we looked at it, and in order to do that, we'd essentially have to pull everything down and reinforce the entire tower. So it's just, at least at the moment, you need a bigger dish and all that stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. All right. So that said, I'm going to go run and do some weather. You got meteorologist Cam Tran on WESH 2 News at 4, and then I will be with you for WESH 2 News at 5, 6, 10, 11. And yep, we will do our 9 o'clock Facebook Live. Does that sound fun? We'll track today's storms and all that fun stuff. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns before we get going? Anything? While we're doing that, let me pop up the tower cam, and we'll look at downtown. Yeah. What about here? Our WESH 2 studios. Yeah, that's the shot from our WESH 2 studios. Any questions, comments, concerns before I run? Let's see here. Gainesville weather for next Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Let's do that at 9 o'clock. I don't have time to go looking that far down the pike. Yeah, but I'll look at it. All right. Thank you very much, Karen. Mickey's asking about the flooding risk. There's still a flooding risk. When we look at the WPC, is there a car on the side of the road there? Hopefully not a big issue or anything. Never know why the news department zooms in. Oh yeah, but look at the ponding on the roads there. You can definitely tell we're getting a good downpour here at the studios, right? All right, so you're asking about the threat for flooding tomorrow. So here's the flooding threat for tomorrow. And again, mostly northwest of Orlando, including Gainesville. But all of us are at least watching. All right. I will see you guys and gals 9 o'clock tonight for coffee talk, evening talk, whatever you want to call it. All right.